I don't know that any Mets success after that can equal the impossible thrills of that season. Not 1973, not 1986, not 2000, all of them years that ended with the Mets in the World Series. In truth, the Mets' dark days as lovable losers and their periodic stretches of second division torpor have obscured an amazing fact. The Mets have appeared in more World Series than any of the expansion clubs, any of the 14 clubs that were not among the original 16 franchises that prevailed from 1903 through 53. The disappointments of recent years have been magnified by the concurrent success of that other unnamed franchise of the Bronx. But success in baseball or in real life tends to be cyclical. Late in his life, Casey was asked by a young reporter to sum up his life in the game. "I'm a man that's been up and down," he replied. That's a good summation of the Mets and their fans and common humanity. Some deep-pocketed teams are able to stay in the pennant race year after year, masking the periodic downturns in their minor league talent and fostering a general perception that they are winners. Winners win, losers lose. It's tautological. This sleight of hand deprives their fans of a basic American experience, that success comes from hard work and patience more gratifyingly, if less reliably, than from privilege. An elite team breeds not hope, but instead expectation, which can be hard to bear. Ask Brian Cashman. Hope is the key. It inflates us, it fulfills us, it makes us better fans, and we love the game and our club more deeply with each passing year. The tree does not grow to the sky. The top breaks off, the tree becomes wider and fuller. The limbs of disappointment are especially sturdy ones. Bart Giamatti wrote, echoing the poet Andrew Marvell, that the color of hope was green, as the color of the fields. In my personal experience, it has been blue and orange. All of you will recall Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, when the prospect was so bleak that only a Mets fan might have hoped for a miracle. I was fortunate enough to attend that game, and last year's Game 6, very nearly as great. But another game I attended still holds the most honored place in my memory. On September 20th, 1973, the Mets were in a stumbling sort of pennant race with 3 teams, including their opponent that chilly evening, the Pittsburgh Pirates. With 2 outs and the game tied in the 13th inning, the Pirates' Richie Zisk was on first base. Dave Augustine lined a shot to left over the head of Cleon Jones. The ball struck the very top of the wall, yet somehow did not continue over the wall, instead popping miraculously into Cleon's glove. He turned and threw a perfect relay to Bud Harrelson, who threw to Ron Hodges at the plate. Hodges blocked the plate perfectly and tagged Zisk for the 3rd out. In the bottom of the 13th, he singled home the winning run. I have watched baseball games for 55 years, and I have never seen a play like it before or since. Although I am now the official historian of Major League Baseball, I have begun to think lately that instead of surveying the fields of play for the great story of baseball, that's in capitals in my script, I might better have looked at the individuals surrounding me in the stands. This great game is about the ball and the bat, the home and the run, and certainly the players and the team. But maybe most of all, it's about the fans. I didn't realize, but I appear to be echoing Dana Brand's remark in the passage that was read earlier. Baseball in America is a sort of faith for the faithless, and its 7 virtues are the same as those of religion: faith, hope, charity, fortitude, justice, prudence, and moderation. Of these, hope is the most rewarding, Yet all 7 are traits that might sustain a fan in a dark hour. Fortitude is staying until the game is over, even when your team trails by 10 and has lost every game for a week and the traffic going home will be murder. In the Mets' rush to the pennant in 1973, coming from last place on July 26th, Mets reliever Tug McGraw declared, "You gotta believe." Yogi Berra famously added, "It ain't over till it's over." Less familiar is the knowledge that in Game 3 of the 1951 National League playoff, Yogi left early and thus missed Bobby Thompson's home run. Fortitude need not be exercised solo. Rally caps, crossed fingers, thunder sticks, whatever fetishes you need to get you through the game, they're all okay. Sure, the players are important, but the outcome of the game depends upon you. Remember that. Justice is being fair with others, even talk radio callers, even fantasy baseball wars, even fans of a certain pinstripe club. Look upon these benighted souls with bemusement. Winning isn't everything and debilitates character. Let them pursue victory, heedless of the ruin that awaits them in the next life. Can they gnash their teeth as you can? Certainly not. Right conduct and proper belief, even in the face of provocation, will get you somewhere, though not with girls. Exercising prudence helps one to avoid excesses of optimism. When Tuffy Rose of the Chicago Cubs hit 3 home runs off Dwight Gooden on opening day in 1994, he did not go on to hit 486 home runs that year. Don't extrapolate from today's good or bad fortune. Don't bet on the law of averages. Think twice about getting that tattoo of today's hero. For this old boy with more years behind him than ahead, the Mets are still at life's core, not in the same dizzying way as when the Mets swept to implausible glory in 1969, filling my heart with joy and my mind with the certainty that anything, yes, anything could happen. No longer in the same warming way as seeing my sons become first players and then fans for life. They are grown now, scattered. Yet baseball and the Mets remain a link for all of us. The game is what we talk about when we want to connect not only with our shared past, but with each other as we are today. The Mets are family. Tom Seaver and George Theodore, Darryl Strawberry and Jim Hickman. These old friends are now and then present at our dinner table. Ball games of bygone days are stored and retrieved like holiday snapshots. Thank you, Mets.